friends, I'm back, yay! Just back with a few quick announcements and a little story for you guys. For those of you guys that missed it, I did our guidance video on Friday, so you can check that out. I'll link it in the comments, and I think I'm going to try to do our guidance video next Friday again because I like that you guys have the whole weekend to watch it. A couple reminders. One is, actually, do I have a couple reminders or just one reminder? I might just have one reminder. My reminder is that tomorrow is the last day of my Labor Day weekend sale. So that's $10 off all of my intuitive sessions and 50% off of all the personal year forecast readings, the 2018 personal year forecast. Hi, Lane. So those codes are SAVE50 and Clarity. Those are the two codes for the sale. Tomorrow is the last day. My September is getting pretty hectic and booked, so I'd love to get you guys scheduled for September because I really like these energies for sessions. That's why I was inspired to have the sale, because the energies are all about coming together for enlightenment. So I would love to get you guys on the calendar for September. So if you're interested in that, tomorrow is the last day to receive $10 off in a private session with me with the code Clarity. And it's the last day to get 50% off of the 2018 personal year forecast with the code SAVE50. I feel like a broken record, but tomorrow is the last day, so I want to make sure everybody knows about the sale. Okay, so as I mentioned, today is not going to be a guidance live stream. I did that on Friday, so check that out. I will link it in the comments, and I'm going to try and do another guidance live stream this coming Friday. I just wanted to come back. I mentioned on Friday that I wanted to tell you guys about my favorite dream, because this came up in one of my private sessions, and I think it's just a really good illustration, I guess, of the way the universe works. I don't know, I'll just tell you guys the dream and then we'll see what comes through. Hi, Alicia, good to see you. Okay, so in this dream, I'm in my house, and sometimes it doesn't look the same as my actual house, but in the dream, I know it's my house. And I'm walking down a hallway, and there's a door. And there was never a door before. So this is another section. I'm in another section of my house. And I open the door, and it changes, it's different each time. But the last thing, the one that's coming to mind that I can remember was that I opened the door to this whole area of the house I didn't know existed. And there was the most beautiful, ornate indoor swimming pool. And I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe that this was here in my house the whole time. I had no idea that this whole other room, this whole other wing of my house was here all the time. And it's such an exhilarating dream. It's so fun. I remember also in that, in one of the other recurring dreams that was similar, was that there was like a treasure chest. Now, the meaning of this dream is that there's abundance waiting for you, but more importantly, it illustrates how things work, because everything is here and now. Everything we want, everything we could ever want, everything we could ever want to experience, everyone we could ever want to meet exists right here in this moment. However, you cannot see it all because you have not shifted to the frequency to be able to see it. So when you match the frequency, it becomes visible. So this dream was telling me there's so much right here and now that's waiting for you. You just have to, it will be revealed. You have to raise your frequency, or you have to shift your frequency so that you're at a different perspective and you can see things. Oh, I'm getting a little message, sorry. You can see it. My point to you all is everything we want is here and now. It's just on a different frequency. And it's so exciting. And there's situations in your life right now. There's people in your life right now that you might not even realize are going to have a tremendous impact on your life. You might not even know they have that impact hasn't been revealed yet. Or you may be driving by a house and not realize that someday you are going to live there. It's all very, very exciting, and I want you guys to be able to start paying attention because it's so much more fun and magical. And the more we pay attention, I believe, the more we align with the things that were the magical things. To just everything that comes into your experience and start to trace it back. Start to say, you know, would I have asked for this? Or if it's something we don't prefer, do I have a belief that maybe created this? I was talking with a client last week about her frustration with slow drivers or unsafe drivers. And I said, you probably have resistance there. You probably have a belief, that everybody is a bad driver, or that nobody knows how to drive, or that people don't care, or whatever it is. And I wanted her to trace it back so she could see that maybe she's getting an echo of that belief in her experience. Because again, everything is a projection from inside, from our inner beliefs. So anyway, there's been quite a few things that have happened to me in the last week that are so mind-blowingly amazing. Instant manifestations and absolute evidence that we are shifting realities and timelines constantly. I'm not going to go into all the details, but it's really becoming a very magical time with these higher frequencies. The frequencies are really speeding things up. We're getting on accelerated timelines. We're not having to do as much hard work to get what we want. It's all very exciting. So think about the dream. I'm curious if any of you guys, hi Alexander, if any of you guys have actually had that dream where you're in your house, and there's a whole nother room you didn't even know was there all along. It's amazing. It's like the Wizard of Oz, where you have the ruby slippers all along. You have the power within you. Anyway, that's my little dream for you guys. I'm just going to pull one card from the Zen Blossoms to focus, just for a focus card, to leave you guys with something, a little nugget to focus on. Hi, Amy. And guys, I did come on 2 other times this past week. So if you're not in my group, Jory's live stream library, that's where I archive everything. And we talked a lot about the spaghetti bowl, shifting timelines, hopping from noodle to noodle. And I think that is something that's really worth listening to, because things are getting really interesting. We are getting very quantum-y. That's my word that I made up. And we're just zigzagging through life. Ooh, that one jumped. All right, so our card for focus is allowing. Hi, Wendy. And this is actually so perfect, because I just mentioned how we don't have to work as hard to get the results. In fact, it's the complete opposite. Actually, the less stress and force that we put into things, the more we can sit back and allow them to come, because everything is coming towards us. So we've got to be in receptive mode. I picked allowing for this. This is an African daisy, but look at how relaxed the petals look. It looks so chill. Doesn't it look just so relaxed? Like it's like, it actually made me think of like arms going backwards and just going, yes, come to me, sunshine. Think of the sun when you're laying on a lounge chair, is what I'm getting shown right now. When you're laying on the lounge chair and you're basking in the sun, and the sun rays are coming right at you, you can feel them seeping into your pores. And that's what the guides are telling me to focus on, as far as allowing things, like everything is trying to come towards you like the sun rays. Everything's naturally beaming towards you. So just let it, just soak it in, relax in the lounge chair of life, and let things come to you, because it's not your job to make things happen. It's your job to let things happen. And the old 3D way of thinking was, I have to work really hard. The old programming and the conditioning was, you have to work really, really hard to get what you want. And that is absolutely old way of thinking, old way of being, was never accurate anyway, but that's what we were conditioned and taught to believe. So allow things to come to you. Relax, relax, relax. And remember, there's so many rooms to your house that you don't know exist. There's so much good, juicy stuff waiting for you that you can't see, but one day you will be able to see it, because you will be at the right frequency for it to become visible. Just like in my dream, seeing something that had always been there all along. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Tomorrow's the last day to get $10 off a session with me and 50% off the year chart. I'll put the codes in the comments along with a link to the shop, and I will put a link to my live stream from Friday, which is our weekly guidance. And I have to say, guys, that was some super good guidance. So check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I'm curious to hear from you guys. I want to know, are you feeling more sensitive this month? I have had some waterworks stuff happening a lot. And another thing I've had to do every day this week, today I didn't do it because I ended up releasing everything physically, but clearing. I've talked about it in Jory's Numerology chat, in the post there. We've got emotions, we're feeling them, we're releasing them, they're coming up for release. Are you guys feeling that? Are you feeling more sensitive? Are you feeling more emotional? Are you doing more clearing work? Are you clearing things out physically? Are you clearing things out emotionally? I'm curious if you guys are feeling that. All right, so that's it, guys. It's short and sweet, I hope. Every time I think it's short, it's still longer than I ever thought. But I'll link you guys to the live stream, and check out Jory's live stream library if you're not in there already, so that you can catch all the little live streams I do throughout the week and the month. Don't forget, I'm also on YouTube, The Blissful Knowing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.